Hey guys, what's going on? Today I want to show you a game called Odd Realm, and it's a lot like Dwarf Fortress, but with better graphics, which is a plus, except it's a lot more simplified. But it's still a great game. I've been playing it a lot, and this is just a general how to play. I'm going to show you what you can do and how to do it. So let's start a new game, and I'll start walking you through it. So you have 5 different races, and right now you can play 2 of them. 3 more to come though. And I like the idea of different races, and they all have different perks. We'll go through them real quick. Humans are resourceful, so they get more resources from, I'd say, farming, wood cutting, mining. You have the ancient, which is pretty much the undead, and they're better with void-based skills, which we'll get into skills later. The Ardian, they can drain energy from living creatures, and they can summon items and structures, which that sounds really cool. I can't wait to try them out. I can never say them. They're like the elves, the Gear. They seem really good early game because they can harvest resources from plants and trees without destroying them, which, I mean, for farming, that's very good. They're good craftsmen, which just helps even more. I mean, I'd say they're probably going to be one of the best when they're out. And then you have the fighters here. They're like the orcs, but they have scales. The Tomics. And natural toughness +5. And they're even great miners. And this game, there's a lot of mining in this game. So you can, whatever realm name you want, beef is, and whatever seed you want. So we'll play as humans, and it's going to take us to the Overworld Map now, and I'll walk you through this. A lot of you guys understand or have seen an Overworld map like this before, namely RimWorld, where in the very north and the very south you have the frozen areas. Near the equator you have the desert, and then there's just grassland everywhere, which is usually the easiest in most of these games. You also have tropical. It's hard for me to find. I've only found it one time so far. So you can see the threat, your neighbor's threat level also. So the first threats, I would say it's like wildlife and things like that. If you go to a place like the Voidlands, you see your neighbors get worse, and you can actually see the civilizations. This is an ancient civilization right here. There's not many. Oh, here we go. There's a lot on this island. Humans. So that's all there is in the game anyway right now. Seems pretty unfair for the ancients right now. I think the humans would whoop them up. So we'll just live right here. You can see that there's some water, some mountains here. It's like a good place to live, so we'll settle. So this is the loadout section here. Depending on what you pick, you'll have a certain number of items and a certain amount of gold. So you have easy, medium, hard. You can click them and you can see what you're going to start with. 5 settlers and all these different items. So let's depart, and the map will generate now. And I'm going to explain the menus first, because there are quite a bit of them, and they can confuse you. So all your stuff just plops down, and you can actually use mouse wheel to change the height. As you can see, the trees are getting bigger. See the tops of them now. You can keep zooming in, and eventually you won't see anything because you're underground. So you can hold control and scroll back, and that's how you can see the entire map. So we got mountain to the north, really big, some water to the south. It's always good to scout out where you're going to want to live before you do anything. So let's go over the all the different tabs and everything. At the very top, it's simple. You have idle settlers, how many settlers you have, food, cooked food, water, and money. Over here, much like RimWorld, you just have a speed up clock. You can start, you can go faster and faster, pause it. Whatever speed you're comfortable with when you first start, of course. I like to go slow. This is your depth level. So when you are scrolling up and down, it will adjust over here so you know exactly how deep you are or how high you are. I mean, you can go very high, 63 up, then it goes all the way down to 0. So we'll start from down here to the left. Toggle toolbar, just turn your toolbar off and on depending on what you have selected down here. So you have jobs, you can cut trees, you can mine, deconstruct your buildings if you messed up, harvest random plants on the over map here, or harvest your crops when they're done. You can cut down these plants also and gather plant fibers and different resources. You can loot after you defeat an enemy. You can loot them, just kind of cool. Fish down there at the lake, you can do that. Collect water and butcher animals. So then here's your building tab. This is the all tab. If you want to do a more specific search, hold left shift, type it in. You have walls, props, floors, roofs, doors, lighting, containers, and vertical access, steps and stuff like that to go up and down your buildings or mines. Your plants, it's real simple. It's just the seeds you own. Depending on what seeds you have will appear here. Your zoning. So a lot like RimWorld in the way they have stockpiles set up. They're all just already pre-made for you, but you can also make a custom one or make one for everything. Next you have rooms. This is getting closer to the heart of the game. Rooms have requirements. So if you want to build a kitchen, you better have these requirements inside of the room. And then you can make bills for food and stuff, but not until you complete the room. Utilities, you can change priorities. You know, if you want someone to mine something faster, you can up the priority on it. This is mostly map settings, locking and unlocking your settler selection. You can zoom in and out this way if you want. Over here is notifications, just tells you what's going on. This tab's very important, settlers. This is where you can change their profession. It's where you can go to their menu to equip them with different armor. It tells you their age, and yes, they will die of old age. Tool status, and then you can come up here and select who you're looking for by their profession. You have uniforms here, so you can give everyone a uniform. You can make uniforms for just your miners. So all your miners have a pickaxe, you know. All your warriors have a sword. Workstation. This is like in RimWorld where you make bills. So once you make a room, you can then make the bill for whatever you want to, you know, make food or smith something. Blueprints are at the heart of the game. If you find these items, these blueprints will appear, and then you will be able to make all these items in the game. Your inventory. See what's in your stockpiles. The Overworld Map, you can click that and go back to the Overworld Map where we first started, and you can even migrate your camp. And then, of course, help. If you ever get lost or confused, just come here and Google it, whatever you need to do. So I'm going to start showing you the basics of the game and how to survive now. We're going to want to live closer to the water than all the way up here. Water is super important in this game. Your colonists will drop like flies without it. So all our items are up here, but let's say we want to live on this elevated piece of ground right here. Well, we need to sort our stuff with zones. So go to the zone tab and lay down some zones for resources, for food, for cooked food when we end up cooking it, and seeds. And they should take it over there. As you can see, they're going to be transporting all our stuff over here. They're going to need buildings for all sorts of things. And the easiest material to get at the beginning of the game will always be logs. So you're going to go to your jobs, go to logging. and zoom in until you see just the stumps. Because if you're all the way up here, you're not going to be able to see the stumps. Zoom in and click them, and they will start chopping them down and putting those resources into the resource stockpile. And this is where you can speed the game up really fast if you want them to hurry it up. But I always prefer to micro when the start of a game. And the trees do drop seeds, so you can replant trees. I'm going to clear this top area, and I'm going to show you how to build. So building in this game is a lot of fun. Click build right there. You can go to all, but let's just go to walls, and the wood plank walls we're going to start with. So as you use your mouse wheel, it'll show you what plane you're on. So we want the highest one here. Well, second highest one here. And we're going to build a simple house, so just drag and click. Drag. Drag. And don't worry about, you can put doors in after you do your outline. So let's go to doors. Let's put a simple wooden door in there. Let's just do one on each side so they can walk through it. Then we're going to want a floor. You can be fancy. You can put a floor around it too. And then you want to build a roof. Now, the thing about roofs is if we just clicked and dragged it like this, it wouldn't lay it down correctly. What you have to do is you have to go over the top of the building to lay the roof. So what I mean is scroll back a click to where you're on the next plane, and you have to hold Alt. And this is like the layer you're on, not like if I were just to lay a roof like this, it wouldn't work. If I were to lay it here, it'd be on the ground. But if I hold Alt and go above the building, it places the roof over the building. And you can see that when you scroll. So if you scroll down, you're under. And if you scroll back, you're above. Just like that. And it can be slightly confusing. But that's also how you build walkways. That's how you build bridges. That's how we can build over the top of like this lower section. So you can speed it up and they'll build faster and faster. But what we're going to do is we're going to plant a farm. So go to your plant tab and let's do carrots. Just kind of get it out of the way. As you scroll with it, you can see how many you're planting. So 10, 10, 10. And then these are the trees. So you can replant the trees so you never run out of wood. And farms are really important. It's your #1 food source. So they're not going to grow for quite a while. If you hover over, it says 117 hours till fully matured. That's going to take a long time, and they're going to be hungry long before that. So what you can do is go to jobs, go to harvest, and on the map you'll see already mature plants light up. Blackberry, another blackberry. Let's see. You can scroll back to see more of the map. A mushroom. I'm not sure how to say that. And it's a good idea to do that at the beginning of the game because you're also going to get seeds from those you harvested. So, got 2 blackberries. And when they get the rest of them, we'll also get those seeds. Alright, so other than food production, they're going to need water. There's 2 main ways to get water. First way is really easy. Collect water. They'll go to the edge of the lake or river, and they'll collect water and transport it. Now, let's say you live in a desert. You'll have to make a well, and you'll have to assign villagers pretty much to get the water for you. So, we're almost done with this room. We're going to go to the Rooms tab, click Bedroom, and let's fill that room with the bedroom. So, it will be someone's assigned bedroom. You can configure whose pretty much, but we need to put a bed in there. So all bed. Alright, so now we have our first bedroom. So now we're gonna want to be able to cook our food. We're gonna want to be able to make clothes, a lot of different stuff. I usually store my resources inside somewhere. So let's get some more wood. See logs on the ground. Okay. And let's build another building. Now, I'm going to show you how to build a 2-story building. And we can put whatever we want in it. We can designate it. The upstairs could be a place to cook, and the downstairs could be a bedroom. It's however you want to play. So, let's take the wood. Let's make it a big building. Okay. Let's see, doors. Okay. Yeah, let's speed it up a little bit. You can actually see them build. They use little squares. Once it forms a cube, it'll be done. It's 4 little squares. Oh, you can see them down here getting water for the colony now. And up here it shows you if they're hungry and if they're thirsty. So you'll know what kind of needs or who really needs something at the very top of the menu. So all these settlers are doing different things also because they all have different jobs. So the carpenter, if you go down here, carpenter, I don't see it. Oh, whatever. Well, it should show me. Here, the carpenter gets bonuses to woodwork, stonework. He's good at deconstructing buildings, and he does metal work. So that's what he's going to focus on. The farmer's going to focus on planting, get bonuses to that. The forester's going to be chopping the trees. The miner's going to be, mining, of course. And the stonemason likes to mostly build, but prefers to build with stone, of course. So they're all working. So let's finish building this. And I'm going to show you how to build a 2-story building and create a workstation, which is very important. Alright, kind of skipped ahead to the point where I can show you exactly how to build this 2-story house. So let's go to floors, and instead of putting a roof over this, what you can do is you can hold Alt and build a floor over the top of it instead. And you're going to skip where that ladder is. See how that ladder's still there? And they'll be able to climb right up to the top of the roof, or top of the floor, I should say. And now we can build a second room up here. So I gotta wait for them to build it, looks like. We'll just hurry up ahead. And they don't always need a ladder to get to the second story. See, they're just hopping up on top of the roof. I don't know how that works exactly. I guess they just got jumps. So, while that's going on, let's try and build a kitchen. So, rooms, kitchen. Okay, I need I need a table, a cauldron, and a cabinet. Let's go to all. Table. Cabinet. Cauldron. So to make the cauldron, I'm going to need 2 bronze ingots, which I don't have. So, in order to make that cauldron, I'm going to have to make a smithy. So let's go to rooms, go to smithy. Let's put the smithy on this side. I need an anvil, a table, and a stool. Okay. An anvil, a bronze anvil needs 3 ingots. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. Hang on. I'm wrong. It's not a smithy, sorry guys. I need a forge, a foundry. A foundry needs a furnace, a cabinet, and a stool. Okay. Oh, shit. So a furnace needs 3 stone chunks, which we don't have any. So our next goal is to get some stone. An easy way to get stone at the beginning of the game is to just mine off an already existing mountain. So, you can mine at any level. Oh, saving. You can mine at any level. So I can mine down here, up here. They'll dig straight down, doesn't matter. And you can dig pretty deep. I could dig this out, you know, very, very far. It'd take a very long time. And what happens is the mining ends up taking so long that you have to equip your guys with tools like pickaxes and stuff. And it speeds up the process a lot. So here he is. He's mining that stone for me I need. And that should be just enough. And you can see now that this has a roof, but this has a floor. And that's how you make the 2-story buildings. So I'll let him do some more mining. And I'll show you how I can build on top of that. And we'll put some doors. And once that's done, we'll put a roof over that, making it a 2-story building. Let's get a fire pit in the bedroom. Here's the furnace. Let's get some light in those rooms. So to make the foundry, I need a furnace, a cabinet, and a stool. Cabinet. Stool. Okay. Okay. And then we're going to have to make ourselves an ingot. So in order to do that, though, we're going to need to find pretty much ore to mine. So if you look on the map, though, ore is marked with these red little cubes. So if you zoom out, you can find ore pretty easily. But once you run out of the surface ore, you're going to have to go deep underground in order to really find it. Some on top of the mountain here. Tin ore. Yeah, this other ore is copper ore. And that's how we're going to make these bars. So they're working hard. Now remember, they're building the next level. So we might as well light these rooms up too. And let's just cap it off. So hold Alt and build over the top. And that'll be the roof. So it's, as you can see, a 2-story and a 1-story building. Alright. So it looks like our forge is done. If you go over to this side to workstations, which is H, you can now make a bill for all sorts of stuff. The ingots, bricks. It requires coal, tin, and copper. So we'll tell them to make 5 of them when they can. And we'll speed it up. Get these guys working hard. There we go. Sound like a bunch of tap dancers. Alright. Another thing is your colonists actually level up. This guy's level 4 right now. You can go to settlers and click on go to entity, and it shows you everything about them here. I mean, even their combat stats. If you would have like armor or clothes in a designated storage area, you would go here on the inventory and you'd click it to equip them. But you can see their XP going up from working right there. It gives them more health, increases some of their stats. So it is really helpful. Oh, and there are random events. So he's a bandit. He's gonna go tell his boss. So you have to prepare for raids. You need to get weapons. You need to get armor. It's a good idea to build walls. And it's a good idea to create a group when it comes to getting attacked. So let's put these 3 in a group. Group 0. Now I can click them at any time and send them to attack to defend. But they're probably pretty weak, you know. They don't have any armor or anything. So it's always a good idea to try and mine early so that you can get better armor sooner. And you won't need to mine for a while though, generally, because you usually always have rock around you. But you could level this off. Could have them mine this off. And you could dig down around this and build a ladder and make it more defensive. There's a lot you can do. So we got mushrooms now from all the harvesting. They even found apple trees, so that's cool. Let them keep working. Still got to make the cauldron. And one of our guys is now hungry. We probably don't have much food left. So always make sure you're always looking out for anything you can harvest, because those extra seeds will save you big time. Oh, you see the plus signs that just appeared on that fruit or that food. It means it's harvest time. Keep an eye on for that. And now you're going to end up getting more seeds than there were plants. So it snowballs. That's why right when you get into the game, you got to be farming. And you'll end up having more food than you know what to do with. So it's not that bad. Yeah, see, when you build a roof, though, you can build a floor over it. It's going to remove the roof. Uh-oh. I travel far and wide. Would you like to see? So this is a trader. Random event. And you can trade stuff that you're not even going to use anymore for not that bad. So let's say all your food rotted. Save your food to the side, and you can sell him your food for quite a bit of money. So there's a sell and buy tabs. So these palm tree seeds, the void crystal I just found, I'm sure it's worth more than that. But even your oak tree seeds, you got 48 of them things. You made $417. So now I got about $500. We'll see what he has for sale. And they have weird stuff. But look at this. Look how cheap seeds are. Okay. Tomato seeds, carrot, all sorts of different stuff. He also has tools. So you could just save up all your oak tree seeds. Alright. And then just buy celery seeds. Buy crabgrass seeds. Buy whatever those are seeds. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you get into this game. I hope I taught you something where you can just hop in now and be confident. It's one of my first video of commentary, and I appreciate you taking your time. So, hey, I'll catch you guys later.